Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. I'm back with my friend Dean. We're back down here at his place, SoCal Classic Car Storage, where we've shot a lot of times now.
Absolutely.
Like a lot.
A lot of fun, man.
You know, recently, you guys, we showed you a 69 mixed with a mid-2000s Mustang that's, you know, love it or hate it, exceptional work. Same owner, same group of people that built this vintage fabrication. These guys are some of the best fab guys around. And by the way, you guys, this is all metal. This is an all metal car. So every bit of fabrication you see, this crazy splitter that's on here, which is gorgeous.
Love it.
I mean, that's all metal, dude. So we start with, it's a 69 Camaro, right?
Yep.
He was telling me they grabbed headlights and elements of the front end of a, I believe it was a 2013 Camaro?
Yep, that's a 2013 Camaro influence, yeah. They had to create a peekaboo hood, just like a Corvette. And so that was one of the reasons for a lot of this hood design, is to show off the LS9, because they had to get permission from Chevrolet to use that motor in this build.
Really?
Yep.
They couldn't just buy the motor and put it in the car?
Because it was like a brand new production motor.
At
and
the
it
time.
might have been early in the production of those LS9 motors and that Corvette with an LS9.
Got it. I mean, look at this friggin' engine bay, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Again, John likes to use the influence from new cars like Mercedes. So
Yeah.
the way they cover up the whole engine makes me think Mercedes or one of these exotic European cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm totally with, the whole engine bay looks very European influenced.
Yeah.
So LS9, he said it was making 720, I think?
730 and
730.
670 foot-pounds of torque. Isn't that crazy? Nice. Well, supercharged, I guess you get there with a 427, pretty easy.
And then suspension-wise, do you know what it is front and back?
I cannot tell you on the suspension on this thing. There was a lot of custom fab work here. I think Vintage Fabrication did a lot of the suspension themselves.
I know he said the rear end on this car is all Detroit speed.
That's correct, yeah.
These are those absurd cars. Like, I know this is another one. It's $500,000 or more that took to build this car. I mean, we all know that. Any of you guys that want to fight that, bring the fight, because look what we got going here. Seriously.
I just love the gray with the orange.
Yeah.
Personally, it's a great color combination. I don't know about you, but
No, totally agree.
really works.
Totally agree. You know, the go-to company for brakes, obviously, Wilwood. And I say obviously only because every car we shoot almost seems to have Wilwood brakes. And then back here, so they did the Jag type rear end.
Yeah, it's a floating. It's a floating rear end, so you don't see the brakes back here, right?
Yeah, they're
which is really
inset
cool
on the rear end. Yeah. All right, so here, let's come back into more of the crazy fab work on here. Yeah. How they work this whole spoiler wing. It's very pro street looking, the way it comes straight out like that. Yeah. But whether or not you like it, you guys gotta you gotta like respect the fabrication work done here, right? How they raised the rear section of this car up, he said about 1.5 inches.
Sounds right. Yeah, and you know, you don't see it, but if you look close, you can see that this rib is a lot higher than a traditional Camaro.
Yes.
You really don't see that.
That would usually be probably coming down here, right?
Right,
like,
exactly. And the other thing you see is all the flush glass work, front and back. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of effort in that.
Absolutely. I do love how they brought the exhaust out through the lower valance. They worked in a diffuser on here. Yeah. All right, let's go into the interior here, because I know this is, I expect a lot from these guys. I love that it's caged, man. So he said there were Recaro seats that they used.
No kidding, no kidding. Yeah, but again, like the Mustang, you got all this really big stitching to kind of illuminate and bring out the orange.
And the patterns that are inserted in here. I mean, I think he said Dakota Digital. Yeah, those are Dakota Digitals for sure.
Same.
Billet Specialties wheel. One of those things, man, some of you guys might give me trouble about this, but I really do love having cup holders in cars. I've gotten so accustomed to it. Yeah, let's camera this sucker up and we'll talk more on a drive. I really want to go drive this car, you guys.
Let's do it.
It's funny, as radical as this car is, that the owner's more about the cruiser car.
Yep.
I get it how it's a cruiser, but I mean it's a cruiser with over 700 horsepower. I just can't get over the amount of detail in this car. It's funny, earlier I said he's got to have over 500 into it. Now I'm going, yeah, he's got to have over 600 into it.
Yeah, when you sit in the interior of this car and you just look at the headliner and the quality of the work.
What's just the raw cost of this leather, let alone fitting it the way it is? This whole custom dash, the back seat. It's crazy too. Dude, there's no rattles in this thing.
Nope.
There's none.
Not a rattle on the inside.
See, that's where I miss a manual, is I'd like to, I want to tell it when to shift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, this car, it's crazy, as radical as it is, that it's this kind of cozy, comfortable.
Yeah. Like I said,
cruise.
I drove it on the freeway and it was very civilized. Wow. That's good.
It's really civilized though, like you said. This whole car is clean. I mean, this is one of those, and I'm looking forward to hearing comments from you guys, because this is I think it's a love it or hate it, but you can't deny the quality of the work. You might not love what they did to the front end, although I think it's spectacular what they did on the front end.
I'm a big fan of the front end.
You might not like the rear end, how they raised that the top part of the quarter, or the spoiler, the wing that's coming out. You know, there's elements that they're love or hate things on here.
It's got a really abrupt shift, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not smooth.
The way it's programmed is a little weird to me.
Yeah. But she squatted nicely, didn't she?
Certainly one of the more radical builds we've ever shot. Here's a couple more radical ones as we say goodbye, and thanks for hanging and watching what we do. See you in the next one. Later.